Call of Duty will be great again. What's going on, everybody? It's Jack. Welcome back to another video. And that is exactly what I wanted to talk about in this one. I truly believe that Call of Duty will be great again. Now, you guys can't call me a money whore because look at the size of my channel. I obviously am not making anything. Definitely not on, Activision's quote-unquote payroll or anything like that. So I'm not promoting game out of that. I'm just a passionate Call of Duty fan that when I think about everything that's been going on lately with the Infinite Warfare drought, so to speak, as well as how underwhelming it is and the responses from the fans and everything that they've been doing and everything that they have done in the past and what they're most likely going to do in the future, when you add all of this up, Call of Duty will be great again, or at least it will be better again. But I personally think it's going to be great again because either next year or the year after that, we're going to have a boots on the ground Call of Duty, which is what everybody in the community has been asking for. And another thing is that now a lot of you out there may think that Infinite Warfare feels unfinished, and I totally agree. The game does feel unfinished. But last time I read, Infinity Ward's team is about 70 to 80 people as opposed to Treyarch and Sledgehammer, which is over 200. So it makes quite a difference when you have 200 plus people working on a game as opposed to 70 or 80. Now, I'm not defending. I'm not an Infinity Ward guy. I'm actually a Treyarch guy. I prefer Treyarch over all the other Call of Duty development teams. But that's besides the point. And that's one of the reasons why I have faith in Sledgehammer. And I have faith in them for two solid reasons. Number one, Sledgehammer, by the time Infinite Warfare came out after Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, when they came out after Ghosts, the community obviously, once Ghosts came out, the community obviously was very, very open. It was very loud in their voice saying, hey, we want something completely different. This is boring. It's the same old stuff over and over again. We need something completely different. And we sure as hell got it with Advanced Warfare. And then we came to realize that all in all, that's not exactly what we wanted. So we ended up taking a step back. Now, is that Sledgehammer's fault? No. It's really hard to please everybody. And on top of that, when everybody asks for something different and you give it to them and they end up not liking it, and they like it in the beginning and they don't like it later, that's really not their fault, and they really can't do anything about it to change it once they've already made it. And the community has already been so vulgar in talking about what they want, what they don't want. Now, supply drops, obviously, from a business standpoint, they're not going to go anywhere. And the thing is, Infinite Warfare has done so bad in numbers in comparison to previous Call of Duties that, the community basically at this point has the attention of Activision, which are the guys that you definitely want to have their attention because they're the guys that are in charge of everything. Now, like I said, supply drops are not going anywhere, but boots in the ground will come back. Sledgehammer is going to have 200 plus people working on it. They've gotten feedback from Infinite Warfare. They've gotten feedback from Black Ops 3, and they've gotten feedback from their own first Call of Duty game, which was Advanced Warfare. So they know what people want and what people don't want. And I honestly think that this will be a time to where they can actually give us a step closer to the Call of Duty that we all want as the Call of Duty community. Obviously, boots on the ground is the biggest thing. We don't want weapon variants. Supply drops will probably be in the game, but weapon variants will probably not be in the game. And even though Advanced Warfare actually introduced weapon variants. But even without the weapon variants, there are only 2 or 3 guns in the game that you can use, which is, I'm sure, one of the things that they definitely looked into since they made their game, as well as the kill streaks, which were another big complaint, and I think they're going to look into that as well. And let's face it, the Call of Duty community now, more than ever, knows what they want. Because back in when Advanced Warfare came out, the community thought they wanted that, but it turned out they didn't. With Ghosts, all the way starting back in Ghosts, we thought we hated 3-lane maps, but then after Ghosts came out and released their big-ass maps that we thought we wanted as a community, well, it appears that we didn't want that after all, so we went back to 3 lanes. So we're kind of having this back-and-forth tug-of-war thing going on with what we want and what we don't want. But the good news is that the community knows what they want now. We know what we want more than ever because we've been to the future, we've been to the past, we've been in between, we've done all these different things: skill-based matchmaking, non-skill-based matchmaking, randomness, fast time to kill, slower time to kill, you name it. We've done it all at this point. So what we're going to do, what I think that they're going to do now is we're going to go back to the past. It all makes sense. It's been said that once a person is lost, or once something is lost, it's always good to start right at the beginning again. And that's what Call of Duty needs to do. And obviously, we go back to boots on the ground. We go back to good base weapons. a basic class setup. It doesn't necessarily have to be pick 10. I personally don't have a problem with pick 10, but I know that there are a lot of people in the community that do. We need to go back to basics. It's very simple. That's one of the reasons why Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was such a good game. I know that that a lot of people had hate for it as well, but Call of Duty Black Ops 2 overall as a whole was a very, very successful game. There's absolutely no doubt about that. The game was very, very successful. So, and it was a good, solid Call of Duty game. And that's because it got most of the basic stuff right. And again, it wasn't a perfect game by any means, but it got most of the things right. And that's exactly what we need. And Sledgehammer next year and then Treyarch the year after that definitely have the potential to do so. And if we don't get it with Sledgehammer, let's say Sledgehammer completely fucks up, completely pulls an Infinity Ward on us and does it again. Personally, in my opinion, I think COD will be close to dead. And the only reason why I say close is simply because of the fact that Treyarch is after that. And I think it's pretty much safe to say that for a majority of the community, we all prefer Treyarch above the other two companies. But don't forget, Sledgehammer's game was their first. Sledgehammer's game in Advanced Warfare was their first Call of Duty game. So I think it could be easily forgivable. And let's not forget, those guys actually gave us what we asked for in the community. Honestly, they really did. We wanted something different in every way, shape, and form, and we sure as hell got it. It's just that us as a community, we realized that we didn't want that. And at the same time, as developers, they ended up learning that, hey, we shouldn't have done this. Even though we gave them what we want, it turns out that this didn't work. So when something doesn't work from a money perspective, which Activision is looking at, I'm sure, as well as the developers from a fan's perspective, it only makes sense to put two and two together and give people what they want. Now, again, supply drops are not going anywhere, but again, if the game is good and if the game's got good base weapons, and if they give us supply drops and without weapon variants and stuff like that, like Black Ops 3 did, then there's no problem with that. Fine, whatever. I don't care. There's a good enough content in the base game itself to keep me want to playing it again and come back to it again and again, whether or not I get weapon variants or different weapons. For instance, in this game, I don't have my FFAR or my Peacekeeper yet. I haven't gotten anything but melee weapons in the Marshal. So, but at the same time, I'm having a blast with this game. This game is balanced. This game is a lot of fun. So therefore, there is potential. And I'm not ready to give up on Call of Duty just yet. Again, I still love Halo. I still love Titanfall, which I've gotten back into playing again actually yesterday, and I'm having a blast with that. But all in all, Call of Duty has the potential to be great again, and it all could start next year. And I hope Sledgehammer plays their cards right and basically gives us what we want out of the Call of Duty community. Now, obviously, you're not going to please every single one of us, which is to be expected, actually. But they have the opportunity to please the majority of us and give us what we need in a Call of Duty game. And when we get that boots on the ground Call of Duty, I think that's something that is definitely going to push us in the right direction and breathe a whole breath of fresh air to what we desperately need in this community. And that's all I have to say for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And if you did, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys later.